I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and there's a guy that says that the weather's clear. Can do, can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do, can do, can do.
I'm picking Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy says the horse can do. 5 to 9.
But look at Epitaph,
he
wins by a half. According to this here in the Telegraph.
For Paul Revere a bite, I hear his foot's all right. Of course it all depends if he ran last night. It's mud, likes mud. This X means the horse likes mud.
But wait a minute, boys, I got the box noise. It says great-grandfather was equipoise.
I tell you, Paul Revere, now this is no bum steer. It's from a handicapper that's really sincere.
I go for Valentine, cause on the morning line,
this guy says the horse can do.
5 to 9.
So make it
says the horse can do.
by a half. According to this here in the Telegraph. Epitaph.
Paul Revere, I got the horse right here.
Follow the fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. Put down the bottle and we'll say no more. Follow, before you take another swallow, follow the fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. Tear up your poker deck and play no more. Follow, follow the fold to the meadows where the sun shines out of the darkness and the sin and shame in which you wallow. Follow the fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. If you're a sinner and you pray no more, follow, follow the fold. Brothers and sisters, resist the devil and he will flee from you. That is what the Bible tells us. And that is why I am here in the devil's own street, in the devil's own city, prepared to do battle with the forces of evil. Hear me, you gamblers, with your dice, your cards, your horses. Pause and think before it's too late. You're in great danger. I'm not talking of the prison or the gallows, but of a greater punishment that awaits you. Repent before it's too late. Just around the corner is our little mission, where you are always welcome to seek refuge from this jungle of sin. Come here and talk to me. Do not think of me as Sergeant Sarah Brown, but as Sarah Brown, your sister. Join me, brothers and sisters, in resisting the devil, and we can put him to flight forever. Remember, friends, it's the Save a Soul mission, located at 409 49th Street, open all day and all night, with a special prayer meeting Thursday.
Poor Miss Sarah. I wonder why a refined doll like her got mixed up in the mission dodge.
She's a beautiful dollite with 100% eyes.
It is such a shame that she wastes all of her time being good. How can she make any money from that?
Maybe she wants a piece of the mission.
Yeah.
Hey, Vinny South Street.
Hey with a horse, how are you? You know Nicely Nicely Johnson, Rusty Charlie?
Yeah, how goes it?
Nicely, thank you.
Tell me, what about Nick in Detroit?
Is he got a place for his crap game?
We don't know yet.
The heat is on.
He's still looking for a place.
Well, tell him I'm loading, I'm looking for action. I just acquired 5,000 potatoes.
$5,000?
Where did you acquire it?
I collected the reward of my father.
Yeah. Everybody's looking for action. I hope Nathan finds
Why,
a place.
Lieutenant Brannigan! Mr. South Street, it's Lieutenant Brannigan of our New York Police Department.
A pleasure.
Any of you guys seen Nathan Detroit?
Which Nathan Detroit is that?
The Nathan Detroit's who run the floating crap game around here and getting away with it by moving it to a different spot every night.
Why are you telling us this, Your Honor?
I'm telling you this because I know you bums work for Detroit. Rustling up customers for this crap game.
We do?
Yeah. Oh. Well, you can tell it from me. I know that right now, he's running around trying to find a spot. Well, nobody's gonna give him a spot, because they all know the Brannigan is breathing down their necks.
Hi, Nathan.
Fellas, I'm having terrible trouble. Everybody's scared on account of that lousy Brannigan, and I can't...
Something wrong, Mr. Detroit?
Oh, hello, Lieutenant. I hope you don't think I was talking about you. There are other lousy Brannigans.
Detroit, I just been talking with your colleagues about your crap game. I imagine you're having trouble finding a spot.
Well, the heat is on, as you must know from the fact that you now have to live on your salary.
Did you find a place?
What does that cop want from me? What am I, a lunatic or something? I merely run a crap game for the convenience of those who want a little action, in return for which I take a small cut. Is that such a crime?
Nathan, did you find a place?
Did you find a place for the crap game?
Did I find a place? Yes! We are holding the crap game tomorrow night at the Radio City Music Hall.
How are you gonna fix the ushers?
I tried all the regular places, the back of the cigar store, the funeral parlor.
Nathan, you once said there might be a chance at the Biltmore Garage.
I was over to the Biltmore Garage. Spoke to Joey Biltmore himself. He said he might take a chance and let me use the place if I give him $1,000.
$1,000?
In cash. He won't take my marker.
Your marker's no good, huh?
What do you mean? A marker ain't just a piece of paper that says IOU, $1,000 signed Nathan Detroit. A marker is like a piece of paper on which a guy cannot welch. It's like not saluting the flag. My marker is as good as gold, only Joey Biltmore don't think so. It don't seem possible, me without a livelihood. Why, I have been running the crap game ever since I was a juvenile delinquent.
Nathan, can't you do something?
What can I do? I'm broke. I couldn't even buy Adelaide a present today. And do you know what today is? It is mine and Adelaide's 14th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been engaged 14 years.
Nathan, concentrate on the game. The town's up to here with high players. The Greek's in town.
Brandy Bottle Bates!
Grand Slam!
I know I could make a fortune, but where can I have the game?
The Biltmore Garage wants a grand.
But we ain't got a grand on hand.
And they've now got a lock on the door of the gym at Public School 84.
There's a stockroom behind McCluskey's barn.
But Mrs. McCluskey ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Biltmore Garage is the spot. But the $1,000 we ain't got. Why is good old reliable Nathan Detroit? If you're looking for action, he'll furnish the spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, where it's always just a short walk to the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere, everywhere. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere. And an awful lot of lettuce for the fella who can get us there.
If we only had a lousy little grand, we could be a millionaire.
It's good old reliable Nathan Detroit. If the size of your bundle you want to increase, he'll arrange that you go broke in quiet and peace. In a hideout provided by Nathan, where there are no neighbors to squawk. It's the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York. the game or we'll die from shame. It's the oldest established, permanent, floating crap game in New York.
Gentlemen, do not worry. Nathan Detroit's crap game will float again. My boys will let you know where it is.
Okay, Nathan. Hey, you know who else is looking for some action? Sky Masterson. Sky Masterson's in town.
Sky Masterson. Now there is the highest roller of them all.
Higher than the Greek?
Higher than anybody. Why do you think they call him Sky? That's how high he bets. Why, I once saw him bet $1,000 on a cockroach. And another time, he was sick, and he would not take his penicillin on account of he had bet 10 C's that his temperature would go to 104.
Did it?
Did it? He's so lucky it went to 106. Good old Sky.
Maybe you could borrow the 1,000 from him.
Nah, with Sky, that kind of money ain't lending money. It's betting money. So why don't I bet him? Why don't I bet him 1,000 on something?
You would bet with Sky Masterson.
I ain't scared. I am perfectly willing to take the risk, provided I can figure out a bet on which there is no chance of me losing. He likes crazy bets, like which lump of sugar will a fly sit on, or how far can you kick a piece of cheesecake. Cheesecake. Ooh, I'll run over to Mindy's restaurant and ask Mindy how many pieces of cheesecake he sold yesterday, and also how many pieces of strudel.
How much cheesecake? How much strudel? What do you want to know for?
Just find out. Now beat it.
Yes!
Here comes Adelaide. If she hears I am running the crab game, she will never set foot on me again.
Nathan!
Adelaide! Oh.
You go ahead, girls. Order me a tuna fish on rye and a chocolate sundae with tomato ketchup and mayonnaise. Okay, Adelaide. We gotta get back to the hot box.
You still rehearsing?
Yeah, that slave driver Charlie's been rehearsing us all day. So finally I says, "Look, Charlie, I'm starving, and I gotta get something to eat." And he says to me,
You don't want to eat. You just want to get out and meet that cheap bum Nathan Detroit.
So what did you say to him?
I told him, I said, "I'll meet whoever I want."
Well, don't upset yourself. How's your cold?
Oh, it's much better, thank you, Nathan. Happy anniversary.
Oh, a present for me.
I hope you like it.
It's a belt.
Read the card.
Sugar is sweet, and so is jelly. So put this belt around your belly. Oh, that is so sweet, honey. Honey, listen, about your present. I was gonna get you a diamond wristwatch with a gold band and 2 rubies on the side.
Oh, Nathan, you shouldn't have.
It's all right, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's okay, Nathan. I kind of like it when you don't buy me presents. It makes me feel like we're married.
Don't worry, honey. I'll be in the money one of these days, and you'll have more mink than a mink.
Oh, well, Nathan, I can do without any of that as long as you don't start running that crap game again.
The crab game? What an absurd thought. Crab game.
1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
Huh? Yesterday, Mindy sold 1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
More strudel than cheesecake. That's great.
Nathan, what is that about?
Oh, nothing, honey.
Hey, any news yet?
Not yet, Harry. I'll let you know.
Okay, Detroit.
What was that about?
His wife's having a baby.
Why is he asking you?
He's nervous. It's his first wife. Listen, honey, I'm expecting a
Nathan, you're not trying to get rid of me, are you?
No. I just don't want your sandwich to get soggy. Fellas, why don't you take Adelaide to the drugstore? You see, honey, it's all the way across the street, and there are a lot of open manholes around.
Oh, Nathan, you're just the sweetest guy. Goodbye!
Hey, Masterson, glad to see you, Sky.
Nathan, you'll promoter you.
How are you, Sky? You look great.
Feel great, Nathan. 2 wonderful weeks out west in Nevada. Great place. Beautiful scenery, healthful climate. And I beat him for 50 G's at blackjack.
50 G's? You gonna be in town long?
No, I'm flying to Havana tomorrow.
Havana?
Yeah, there's a lot of action down there. Do you want to come with me?
Nah, I got a lot of stuff to do. Listen, meantime, how's about you and I head over to Mindy's restaurant and get a piece of cheesecake? They sell a lot of cheesecake.
No, I'm not hungry. Tell me, how's Adelaide?
Oh, fine. Still dancing at the hot box.
I suppose one of these days you'll be getting married?
We all gotta go sometime.
But Nathan, we can fight it. Guys like us, Nathan, we gotta remember that as pleasant as a doll's company may be, she must always take second place to aces back-to-back.
Yeah. Tell me, you hungry yet? What do you say we head over to Mindy's and get a piece of cheesecake or strudel or something?
No, I think I'll get the late results.
Oh, but you will admit that Mindy's has the greatest cheesecake in the country.
Yes, I am quite partial to Mindy's cheesecake.
Oh, wait, and yet there are some people who like Mindy's strudel. Offhand, which do you think he sells more of, the cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, if everybody's like I am, I'd say Mindy sells more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much?
Huh?
For how much?
Why, Nathan, I never knew you to be a betting man. You always take your percentage off the top.
Well, for old time's sake, I thought I'd give you a little bit of action. I will bet you $1,000 that yesterday Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake.
Now, Nathan, let me tell you a story. When I was a young man about to go off into the world, my old man pulls me aside and says to me a very valuable thing. Son, he says to me, I am sorry I'm not able to bankroll you to a very large start. But, not having any potatoes to get you going, I'm now going to stake to you some very valuable advice. One of these days in your travels, a guy is going to come to you and show you a nice, brand new deck of cards on which the seal is not yet broken. This guy is then going to bet you that he can make the jack of spades jump out and squirt cider in your ear. But, son, do not bet this man, for as sure as you stand there, you are going to get an earful of cider. Now, Nathan, I do not claim that you have been clocking Mindy's cheesecake.
You don't think that?
However, if you're really looking for some action, I will bet you the same 1,000 that you do not know the color necktie you are wearing. Oh. Well?
No bet. Purple, what a crazy color.
Nate, we took Adelaide to the drugstore.
Don't bother me.
Hi, Sky.
Good. How's it with you fellas?
Nicely, thank you. Nathan, we took Adelaide to the drugstore, like you said. She told me to remind you to pick her up after the show at the Hot Box. And remember, don't be late!
Yes, dear. I mean, yes.
Yes, dear. Nathan, this is husband talk if I've ever heard it. And Adelaide, you have the kind of girl that is most difficult to unload.
I don't want to unload her. I love Adelaide. And a guy without a doll, well, if a guy does not have a doll, then who would holler at him? A doll is a necessity.
Nathan, I'm not putting the rap on dolls. I'm merely saying that a guy should have them around when he wants them. And they're easy to find.
Not dolls like Adelaide.
Nathan, figuring weight for age, all dolls are the same.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Then how come you ain't got a doll? How come you are going to Havana alone tomorrow without one?
Well, I like to travel light, but if I wish to take a doll to Havana, there's a large assortment available.
Not real high-class dolls.
Any doll, you name her.
Any doll. Any doll. And I name her? Will you bet on that? Will you bet $1,000 that if I name a doll, you will take her to Havana with you tomorrow?
You got a bet.
Stray no more.
I name her.
Her? Oh, Daddy, I got cider in my ear.
Someday I'm going to take a pickaxe and rip up Broadway from end to end.
They do that every day.
Do you take sinners here?
Indeed, we do. Sarah.
How do you do?
My name is Abernathy. Uptight Abernathy.
Sky Masterson.
What's wrong?
What's the trouble?
My heart is heavy with sin.
You poor man.
I've wasted my life in gambling and evil betting, but I've suddenly realized the terrible things that betting can lead to.
Agatha, coffee?
Didn't I see you a while ago on Broadway?
Possibly. I've been wandering around trying to gather up the courage to come here.
And you're willing to give up gambling?
Oh, gladly. I would never have become a gambler had I not fallen in with evil companions always offering me sucker bits.
Here, young man.
Thank you. It makes me feel good just to talk to you people.
You just go right on talking to Sister Sarah and you'll be all right. I'm glad you found us.
The Bible says, seek and ye shall find.
Very good. If only we could reach more sinners like you. We are out every day trying.
Well, why don't you try the nighttime?
How's that?
Well, as a former sinner, I happen to know that the best time to find sinners is between midnight and dawn. You might even try an all-night session against the devil.
A very good suggestion indeed. Thank you, Brother Masterson.
You're welcome.
Coffee is so good. I can't understand why it isn't a sin. Come on, girls. Let's go work on a new hymnal.
Fine, old gentleman. I suppose he sort of looks after you?
We look after each other.
Mm-hmm. And if one of you goes someplace, the other goes along?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Here are 2 of our pamphlets I'd like you to read. They will give you a good deal of comfort.
Thank you.
And we're holding a midnight prayer meeting this Thursday, which I'm sure you'll wish to attend.
I'm sure. Miss Sarah, I hope you will not think I'm getting out of line, but I think it's wonderful to see a pretty doll, nice-looking lady like yourself, sacrificing herself for the sake of others, always staying here in this place. Do you ever go anyplace else, travel or something?
I would like to go to Africa.
Well, that's a little far, but there are plenty of wonderful places just a few hours from New York by plane. Ever been in a plane?
No.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Here's another pamphlet I think you should read.
Thank you. Of course, I will need a lot of personal help from you. My heart is black as 2 feet down a wolf's gullet.
I will be speaking at Thursday's prayer meeting.
Well, I need private lessons. Why don't we get dinner or something?
I think not, Mr. Masterson.
Sorry, just blossoming under the warmth of your kindness. Hey, that is wrong.
What's wrong?
It's not Proverbs, it's Isaiah.
It's Proverbs.
Sorry, but no peace unto the wicked? Isaiah chapter 57, verse 21. Isaiah?
Isaiah?
There are 2 things that have been in every hotel room in the country. Sky Masterson and the Gideon Bible. I must have read the good book 10 or 12 times.
You've read the Bible 12 times.
Well, what's wrong with the Bible? Besides, the strangest information comes in handy quite frequently in my line of business. I once won 5 G's on a parlay, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Tell me, Mr. Masterson, why are you here?
I told you, I'm a sinner.
You're lying.
Well, lying's a sin. Look, if you get me, it's 8 to 5, others will follow. You need sinners, don't you?
We're managing.
Let's be honest, the mission is laying an egg. Why don't you let me help you? I bet I could fill this place with sinners.
I don't bet.
Then I'll make you a proposition. When is this big meeting of yours? Thursday? I will guarantee to you 12 genuine sinners. And I will also guarantee that they will sit down and listen to you.
And what's my end of the bargain?
Have dinner with me.
Why would you want to have dinner with me?
I'm hungry. Here.
What's this?
Sky Masterson's marker for 12 sinners. If you don't think it's any good, ask anybody in town. I owe you 1 dozen sinners. I'll pick you up at noon tomorrow for dinner.
At noon?
Well, it will take us some time to get there.
To get where?
To my favorite restaurant.
Where is that?
El Cafe Cubana in Havana.
El Cafe Cubana, Havana.
Where do you want to eat? Howard Johnson's?
Havana!
The plane gets us there in 5 hours and back the same night. And the food is great.
I now realize, Mr. Gambler, when you were describing the blackness of your heart, you did not do yourself justice.
And I now realize, Sister Sarah, that as pretty as a sergeant may be, she's still a sergeant.
Please go away.
Why don't you change your pitch, Sarge? Come one and all to the mission. Except guys. I hate guys.
I don't hate anybody.
Except me. It's a relief to know that it's just me personally and not all guys out there in general. It's a relief to know that there's a guy out there that might appeal to the sergeant. I wonder what this guy will be like.
He will not be a gambler.
I'm not interested in what he will not be. I'm interested in what he will be.
Don't worry. I'll know. For I've imagined every bit of him, from his strong moral fiber to the wisdom in his head, to the homey aroma of his pipe.
You have wished yourself a Scarsdale Galahad, the breakfast-eating Brooks Brothers type.
Yes, and I shall meet him when the time is ripe.
Got the guy all figured out.
I have.
Including what he smokes. All figured out, huh?
All figured out. I'll know when my love comes along. I won't take a chance, for oh, he'll be just what I need. Not some fly-by-night Broadway romance.
And you'll know at a glance by the 2 pair of pants.
I'll know by that calm, steady voice, those feet on the ground. I'll know as I run to his arms that at last I've come home safe and sound. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be strong. For I'll know when my love comes along.
No, you're talking about love. You can't dope it like that. What are you picking, a guy or a horse?
I wouldn't expect a gambler to understand.
Well, would you like to hear how a gambler feels about the big heartthrob?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. Mine will come as a surprise to me. Mine I leave to chance and chemistry.
Chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry. Suddenly I'll know when my love comes along. I'll know then and there. I'll know at the sight of her face how I care, how I care, how I care. And I'll stop and I'll stare, and I'll know long before we can speak. I'll know in my heart, I'll know, and I won't ever ask, am I right, am I wise, am I smart? But I'll stop and I'll stare at that face in the throng. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. comes along. I'll drop in again later in case you want to crack at the other cheek.
I won't take a chance. My love will be just what I need. Not some fly-by-night Broadway romance. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be strong, for I'll know when my love comes along.
Hello? Hello? Is this the Biltmore garage? Let me speak to Joey Biltmore.
Who's this?
Nathan Detroit.
This is Joey. What do you want, Nathan?
Listen, Joey, I'm calling about the... You know...
The what?
The crap game.
The what?
The crap game.
Hold on, I got a customer.
Hurry it up, will you?
That'll be $8, please. Now, what were you saying, Nathan?
The crap game.
Whoa! Don't say that so loud over the phone. The cops might be listening in.
I'm sorry, the dice game. Listen, Joey, can I use your place tomorrow night?
If I get $1,000.
I'll have it tomorrow.
Then call me tomorrow.
Listen, Joey, if you're gonna take that kind of attitude, I'll have it someplace else.
Then have it someplace else.
Where else can I have it? Listen, Joey, your dough is guaranteed. Would I lie to you?
Yes.
I'm getting it from Sky Masterson.
How do you know?
It's a bet. I can't lose. I bet him he could not take a doll with him to Havana.
Why couldn't he?
Because she ain't the kind of doll that goes to Havana.
Where does she go?
She don't go no place. That's how I know I'm gonna win.
Don't be so sure. She ain't a horse. She's a doll.
But, Joey...
Nathan, there will be no crap game at my garage unless I get my dough in advance.
Joey, you've known me for a long time.
That's why I wanted in advance, Nathan.
All right, I can't talk no more. I gotta go meet Adelaide at the Hot Box. Can I at least tell the guys that the game is gonna be at your place tomorrow?
Not till I get my dough!
All right, you'll get it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I hope you get stabbed by a Studebaker.
And now, for the grand finale of our Round the World review, Miss Adelaide and her Hotbox Chickies!
I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck, and a barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you, about you. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Oh, well, hello, Nathan! I love you, a bushel and a peck, though it beats me all the heck, how I'll ever tend the farm, when I want to keep my arms around you, around you, 'cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do, doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Goodbye now. Doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Hello, Nathan.
Adelaide, sweetheart.
How are you, Pigeon?
Fine. What have you got there?
A book?
A book? You're always reading books. You're becoming regular bookie.
Nathan, you see, this is very important. I went to the doctor about my cold, and he told me to read this book.
How is your cold?
Well, it's the same. So the doctor asked me how long I had it. So I told him, I had it a long time, and I thought that it might be on account that I dance with hardly any clothes on, which is usually what I wear. So he told me to read this book, and he said that it might be due to psychology.
You haven't got that, have you?
Nathan, psychology is the kind of thing that tells you why girls do certain kinds of things.
Oh, would it tell you what kind of a doll would go for a certain kind of a guy, which you wouldn't normally think she would do?
What do you mean?
Just for instance, there are certain kinds of dolls you can almost bet that they wouldn't go for certain kinds of guys.
Now, Nathan, no matter how terrible a fella seems, you can never be too sure that one doll won't go after him. Take us!
Yeah.
Now, Nathan, next week I'm going to be getting a raise. So I was thinking, with what I'll be making, that maybe we could finally get married.
Well, of course we're going to, sooner or later.
I know, Nathan. Achoo! But I'm starting to worry about my mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
Well, Nathan, this is something that I've never told you before. But my mother back in Rhode Island, she thinks we're married already.
Why would she think a thing like that?
I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People don't do that in Rhode Island. They all get married.
Then why is it such a small state?
Anyway, I wrote her we was married.
You did, huh?
Yes. And then, after about 2 years...
What, after about 2 years?
We had a baby.
You told your mother we had a baby?
She wouldn't have understood if we had it.
What type of baby was it?
It was a boy. I named him after you, Nathan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So where is Nathan Jr. supposed to be now?
Well, I told Mother he was in boarding school and that he won the football game last Saturday.
I wish I had a bet on it.
But Nathan, that's not all, Nathan.
Don't tell me he has a little sister.
But you see, Mother believes in big families.
Just give me the grand total.
5.
Your mother must be a glutton for punishment.
But Nathan, now that we're getting married, it won't be a lie anymore.
Adelaide, how could you do such a thing to a nice old broad like your mother?
You haven't even met my mother.
But I'll be meeting her soon, won't I? And what'll I tell her? What'll I tell her I did with the 5 kids? Traded them to the Phillies or something? What are we going to do?
We could get married.
But marriage ain't something that you rush into like it was a kettle of fish. We ain't ready.
Newton, I'm ready. Newton, what do you think I got in this box? Newton, what do you think I got in this box?
Sally's wedding shop, I can't guess.
It's a wedding veil. I've had it for 3 years, but I won't let you see it. No, that's bad luck. Would you like to see it?
It's bad luck!
Well, you see, I have the wedding veil, so now all we need is our license and a blood test.
A what?
Blood test. It's the law.
Oh, what a city! First, they close my crap game, then they open my veins.
Nathan, you're not planning on running that crap game again, are you?
Adelaide, how can you even think such a thing? Why do you think I give up the crap game? It's because I love you. Yes, I do. And I want us to be the happiest married couple that there is in the world.
Anybody see an earring out here? I don't think so.
You! I was all dated up tomorrow with Society Max. Then he breaks it on account of your dopey crap game. Honest, Adelaide, I pity you. Oh, here it is.
Adelaide, baby, I'm down on my knees.
Get up! It reminds me of that dopey crap game.
Oh, you're getting yourself upset. All that matters is that we love each other and we're gonna get married.
I don't believe you anymore.
But it's true. Come on, cheer up, honey. You'll feel better tomorrow. Come on, let's see that old smile. That's my girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustration may react with psychosomatic symptoms, difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for the plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococci lurk. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel clerk, a person can develop a cold. It says here, the average unmarried female, just in the legal sense, shows a neurotic tendency. C note. Oh, C note! Note chronic organic syndromes, toxic or hypertense, involving the eye, the ear, the nose, and the throat. In other words, just from waiting around for the plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cough. You can feed her all day with the vitamin A or the bromo fizz, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of a name for herself and the name ain't his, a person can develop a cough. And furthermore, just from stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop la grippe. When they get on the train for Niagara and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop la grip, la post-nasal drip with the wheezes and the sneezes and a sinus that's really a pip. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cold. Achoo!
Hey, nicely. What are you looking at?
Sky was just following Miss Sarah, and you should have seen her. She gave him a look that could have cooled off a moose at mating time.
Great. Just so we don't take it to Havana.
Havana? He couldn't take that doll to New Rochelle. Wait a minute. Where's Nathan? He had to start lining up the game.
Probably still out looking for Adelaide. She's mad at him again.
That Miss Adelaide. Always taking his mind off of honest work.
Yes, it is too bad that a smart businessman like Nathan must fall in love with his own fiancée.
Benny, that is his weakness, and we should be tolerant, because I am told that it is a worldwide weakness. Look! What's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. A picture about a Minnesota man, so in love with a Mississippi girl that he sacrifices everything and moves all the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the Daily News? I'll tell you what's in the Daily News. A story about a guy who bought his wife a small ruby with what otherwise would have been his union dues. That's what's in the Daily News.
What's happening all over? I'll tell you what's happening all over. Guy sitting at home by the television set who used to be something of a rover. That's what's happening all over. Love is the thing that has licked them, and it looks like Nathan's just another victim. Yes, sir, when you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some doll.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane.
When you meet a gent paying all kinds of rent for a flat that could flatten the Taj Mahal, call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money that the guy's only doing it for some dough.
When you see a Joe saving half of his dough, you can bet they'll be making it for some doll.
When a bum buys wine like a bum can afford, it's a cinch that the bum is under the thumb of some little broad.
When you meet a mug lately out of the jug, and he's still lifting platinum Baldy-Raw,
call it hell, call it heaven, it's a probable 12 to 7 that the guy's only doing it for some dough.
When you see a sport and his cash has run short, make a bet that he's banking it with some doll.
When a guy wears tails with the front gleaming white, who the hell do you think he's tickling pink on Saturday night?
When a lazy slob gets a good steady job and he smells of Vitalis and Barbasol,
call it dumb, call it clever, but you can give odds forever that the guy's only doing it for some dough, some dough, some dough. The guy's only doing it for some dough.
Well, we finally lost him.
I do think you should have paid some more attention to him.
Yes, he attended every street meeting we had this morning. He must be interested in our work.
Very.
By the way, you spoke beautifully this morning, Sarah.
No, I can't reach these people. I should have never volunteered for this post. Well, let's go into lunch. And I was going to convert Broadway all by myself. I was going to take these gamblers and have them just begging to come to the mission. General Cartwright.
Good morning, Sarah. Arvine.
Good morning, General.
We didn't know you were in town, General.
I got in early this morning and have spent the last hour trying to find you.
Well, I'm sorry, but we've been holding some extra street meetings trying to stimulate
Good morning,
interest.
General.
Good morning, Sarah. There's something I need to talk to you about.
Won't you come inside, General? Have some lunch with us.
No, I don't have time, dear. I have several calls to make. Sarah, we at headquarters have come to the definite conclusion. We're closing this branch of the mission.
Oh, no.
Close the mission?
But, General, please, someone can do good here, even if I can't.
Sarah, there are so many calls on us, so many other places where our work is really needed.
But we're doing much better now.
Yes, we've arranged a big meeting for tomorrow night.
You've arranged a meeting. But will anyone come? Will anybody be here?
Pardon me, General. My name is Sky Masterson, former senator.
How do you do?
How do you do? General, I would like to protest the closing of this mission. I believe Miss Sarah could be a big success here.
I'm glad to hear you say that, but I'm not so certain.
$1 will get you 10.
What?
Might I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Why don't you come to the meeting tomorrow night and see for yourself? Don't you think that'd be a good idea?
Well, if I thought the mission had a chance, then maybe.
General, I personally guarantee you 12 genuine sinners.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
Just assume I'll get you bread. Okay? Just assume I'll get you bread.
You all got your carnations?
Yeah.
Remember, you cannot get in unless you got a carnation. It's like a password, all right?
Okay, but where's the game?
I'll tell you in a minute. Nathan, is it all set? Can I tell the guys it's at the Biltmore garage?
Not yet. I gotta stall him for a while. Joey wants his dough first.
But it's 11 o'clock. The guys are about to leave.
So sue me. I left nicely at the hotel to wait for the money from Sky. It'll be there. Where's the dough?
Hasn't come yet.
I told you to wait for it.
Well, I stopped by the grocery store and picked up some food. I felt a little faint.
Get back to the hotel and wait for the money from Sky, and don't come back without it even if you starve to death.
Okay, Nathan.
Where's the game, Detroit?
Harry the horse! How's everything in Brooklyn?
Detroit, if you do not have no place for your game, tell us, and we'll seek elsewhere for entertainment.
Now, take it easy, Harry.
I hope, Detroit, you will not spoil our evening, inasmuch as I happen to be entertaining a very prominent guest tonight. I think you might have heard of him. I'd like you to meet Big Julie from Chicago.
Why, how do you do, Big Julie? Welcome to our fair city, in which, as you know, the heat is on, but just be patient and you'll get some action.
What do you say, Big Julie? Shall we stick around or shall we blow?
I came here to shoot craps. Let's shoot some craps.
Sure.
Nathan, if there was no game tonight, I am sure Big Julie will be considerably displeased. And Big Julie does not like to be displeased, as you can find out from those citizens who at one time or another displeased him. Although, I will admit, it is very hard to find such citizens in view of the fact that they are no longer around and about.
Why, you don't think I would be so rude as to displease a gentleman like Big Julie, do you? Why, Big Julie, when I tell you that when Nathan When Nathan Detroit arranges something, you can count on it that he will...
Well, well. An interesting gathering indeed. The cream of society. Into the Ox, Society Max, Trusty Charlie, Level Up Louie, Harry the Horse, all the way from Brooklyn, and... Well, pardon me, I'm very bad on names, but your face looks familiar. Mind telling me where you're from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
Oh, yeah? What'd you do there?
I was a scoutmaster.
Well, don't ever help my mother across the street. That smells lovely. You know, this looks like the male chorus from, Blossom Time. What's the occasion?
Well, we,
It's a party.
Yes.
Indeed. What kind of party?
Okay, girls, I'll see you tomorrow.
It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
What?
That is correct, Lieutenant. It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
Yes, sir. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow.
Which nobody cannot deny.
Nathan, I'm so thrilled. Why didn't you tell me?
It was a surprise.
Well, when I saw you here with these fine gentlemen, I never thought it was a bachelor dinner. I just thought it was
Oh, it's a bachelor dinner.
It's a bachelor dinner.
That's right, a bachelor dinner.
Just think, after 14 years, I'm finally going to become Miss Nathan Detroit. Oh, time certainly does fly.
So tell me, Nathan, when is the happy day?
Yeah, when will it be, Nathan?
Now, Nathan, these good fellas are nice enough to give you a bachelor dinner. You should at least tell them the wedding date.
Well, we need time for a license and our blood tests.
Well, gee, wouldn't it be great if we could get married after the hot box tomorrow night?
Adelaide, we need time for a license.
You could elope.
What?
Yeah, you could drive down to Maryland. Yeah, what's the name of that town?
Pimlico.
Oh, no, not Pimlico. No, Nathan. Elkton. They'll marry you right away. They'll need a blood test.
Ain't that unhealthy?
Nathan, that is a great idea. Elope. I'll lend you my getaway car. My Buick.
Oh, Nathan, let's do it.
Well, what the hell?
Oh, my congratulations to you, Nathan. And I can only hope there is nothing in heredity.
Well, Nathan, I got so many things to do before we elope tomorrow. You'll be at the hot box tomorrow night, right?
I'll have a table reserved and be all dressed up in whatever you elope in.
Oh, I'm so excited. I ought to wire my mother. Only what'll I tell her?
Send the telegram and date it back.
Or I could just wait until we have 5 children. It won't take us long.
Yeah. Nathan, you are indeed a lucky fellow. A most beautiful doll indeed. Do you agree, Big Julie?
Tell me, how long you know the doll?
14 years.
Let you crap.
Nathan, you better find a place.
How can I? The money from Sky ain't come yet.
What if it don't come? What if he took the doll to Havana?
How could he? He couldn't have. She couldn't have gone.
I don't know.
ham sandwich. El Santo Cristo, the second oldest mission in Cuba. Come on.
Where to?
To see the oldest. And don't miss the dungeons where prisoners were thrown to the sharks.
Sounds like a million laughs.
Here is buried Christopher Columbus.
At least he's lying down. How about a drink?
A milkshake, please.
Dulce de leche.
These are delicious. What did you call them?
Dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche. What's in it, besides milk?
Oh, sugar. And a kind of native flavoring.
What's the name of the flavoring?
Bacardi.
It's very good. I'll have another. Doesn't Bacardi have alcohol in it?
Only enough to act as a preservative.
You know, this would be a wonderful way to get children to drink milk.
Whoa, take it easy, Slugger. It's all over and you're still champ. Are you all right?
Am I all right? Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're cozy and clinging. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way I've just got to behave. Boy, if I were a lamp, I'd light. And if I were a banner, I'd wave. Ask me, how do I feel? Little me with my quiet upbringing. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a gate, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd start popping my spring. Or if I were a bell, I'd go ding-dong, ding-dong, ding. Ask me, how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning? Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you looked. Boy, if I were a duck, I'd quack. And if I were a goose, I'd be cooked. Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. Pal, if I were a salad, I know I'd be splashing my dressing. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful thing. Well, if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Havana is so wonderful. Why don't we stay here a few more days and see how wonderful it's really like?
I think we'd better hurry if we're going to catch the plane back to New York.
But I don't want to go back to New York.
I'm taking you back.
You're no gentleman.
Look, a doll like you shouldn't get mixed up with a guy like me. It's no good. I'm no good. You know why I took you to Havana? I made a bet. That's how you met me in the first place. I made a bet.
Well, how else is a girl supposed to meet a gambler?
Come on.
No!
I gotta think what's best for you.
Oh, you talk just like a missionary! Thank you for bringing me back. I must have behaved very badly.
No, you were fine.
Oh, girls, I don't know how I'll get home with all this stuff. Oh, well, hello, Sky.
How are you, Miss Adelaide?
Oh, I'm fine. The girls threw me a kitchen shower. They went to an all-night drugstore. Look!
That's wonderful, Adelaide. You know Miss Sarah.
How do you do?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. You know, Nathan and I are getting married tomorrow night.
Good luck.
Well, I feel like a housewife already. Come on, girls!
Miss Adelaide sure seems happy.
She's in love.
Yeah, I guess so.
What time is it?
I don't know, 4 o'clock?
This is your time of day, isn't it? I've never been up this late before.
How do you like it?
It's so peaceful and wonderful.
You're finding out something I've known for quite a while. My time of day is the dark time, a couple of deals before dawn, when the street belongs to the cop and the janitor with the mop, and the grocery clerks have all gone. When the smell of the rain-washed pavement comes up clean and fresh and cold, and the street lamp light fills the gutter with gold, that's my time of day, my time of day. And you're the only doll I've ever wanted to share it with me. Obadiah.
Obadiah? What's that?
Obadiah Masterson. That's my real name. You're the first person I've ever told it to. I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is one that's much too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's much too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour.
So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love
Grandfather? I thought you would be asleep.
Hello, Sarah dear. Good morning, Brother Masterson.
Good morning.
We followed your suggestion and stayed out all night. We spoke to a lot of sinners. Where have you been, Sarah?
I've been to Cuba.
You're more tired than I am.
What the hell is this? Hey, what is this?
Canasta! Wait a minute, I'm losing 10 G's.
Someone must have tipped him off. You know, I've seen a lot of things in my day, but I ain't ever seen a floating crap game going full blast in a mission.
Crap game?
Sarah, you know I had nothing to do with this, don't you? Sarah?
This never would have happened if I hadn't. I never should have gone with you. It was wrong.
No, it wasn't. You went to help the mission.
Did I?
Will I see you tomorrow?
Everyone is welcome at the mission.
That's not what I mean.
It's no good, Sky. You said it yourself. It's no good.
What the hell kind of doll are you, anyway?
I'm a mission doll.
And now, for the final number of the evening, the Hotbox proudly presents Miss Adelaide and her debutantes.
Winters ago, and the gown the following fall. Then the necklace, the bag, the shoes, and the hat. That was late 48, I recall. Then last night in his apartment, he tried to remove them all. And I said as I ran down the hall, take back your mink, take back your coils. What made you think that I was one of those goyles? Take back the gown, take back the hat. I may be down, but I'm not flat as all that. I thought that each expensive gift you'd arrange was a token of your esteem. But when I think of what you want in exchange, it all seems a horrible dream. So take back your mink to from whence it came, and tell them to Hollanderize it for some other dame. Take back your mink, take back your coil. What made you think that I was one of those girls? I'm screaming, take back the gown, take back the hat. I may be down, but I'm not flat as all that. I thought that each expensive gift you'd arrange was a token of your esteem. But when I think of what you want in exchange, it all seems a horrible dream. Take back your mink, those old worn out pelts, and go shorten the sleeves for somebody else. Well, wouldn't you?
Are you with Mr. Detroit's party, sir?
Is he here?
No, sir. Mr. Detroit hasn't been here all evening.
Bring me some coffee. Hey, Sky, have you seen Miss Sarah? Huh? I've come to bring Miss Adelaide a message from Nathan. Whew, sure wish Nathan could bring his own messages. What's the message? Where's Nathan? It's this way. Nathan's aunt in Pittsburgh has suddenly been struck ill with a rare tropical disease. That's a good one. I'm going to use that. Anyway, Nathan has to buy some groceries and Where's Nathan? What is the message? The crap game is still on. Since last night. Big Jewel, being a large loser, does not wish the game terminate. In fact, he is most insistent. So, found a new place, game continues. Where's the game? You looking for some action? No, but I gave my marker to, well, somebody. And I'd like to clean it up
I'll meet you outside. How about
What
that?
about Nathan's message?
Oh, yes. Miss Adelaide,
Nathan's in Pittsburgh with a rare tropical ant. Goodbye.
What? I don't understand, Sky. Nathan and I were supposed to elope tonight. It isn't that crap game again, is it?
You know Nathan. Why does it surprise you?
But he promised me he would change.
Change. Why is it the minute you dolls get a guy you like, you take him right in for alterations?
Well, what about you guys? Why can't you just be like normal people, and get married, live in a house with wallpaper and bookends?
No, Miss Adelaide.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, guys like Nathan Detroit and, Sky Masterson, we don't belong in a life like that. It's no good. No good. See you in a couple of months.
Well, where are you going?
I don't know. Las Vegas, maybe. I got a ticket on the late plane.
Well, will you see Nathan Detroit before you go?
Maybe.
You tell him that I never want to speak to him again, and that if he needs me, I'll be here.
Why don't you just get another guy?
I can't. I love Nathan. One day you'll fall in love. Then you'll see.
Yeah.
In other words, just from sitting alone at a table reserved for two, a person can develop the flu. You can bundle her up in the woolies, and I mean the warmest brand. You can put her in sweaters and coats till it's more than her frame can hand. If she still gets the feeling she's naked from looking at her left hand, a person can develop the flu, 103.2. So much virus inside that her microscope slide looks like a day at the zoo. Just from wanting her memories in writing and a story her fault can be told, a person can develop the cold. Achoo!
Not so fast, Sarah, not so fast. Look, suppose we don't have a big meeting tonight. Suppose nobody shows up at all. We'll explain to the general.
We won't have to explain. It'll be very clear. I just want to get away from this whole place and go somewhere
where the sinners are all respectable and well behaved.
You saw what happened last night? They gambled in our mission.
And someday they'll be praying there. Even a man like Sky Masterson. He came seeking refuge.
He came seeking me. Did you know that?
Are you kidding? I knew that the minute he started picking on you. But I didn't know you were going to get stuck on him.
I'll get over it.
What do you want to get over it for? It isn't pneumonia.
The man I love will not be a gambler.
But if you love him enough...
He will not be a gambler.
Sarah, dear, I've always taken care of you. All I want is for you to be happy. Velvet, I can wish you for the color of your coat, and fortune smiling all along your way. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. Mansions I can wish you, 7 footsmen all in red, and calling gods upon a silver tray. What more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love, this day. Standing there, gazing at you, full of the bloom of youth. Standing there, gazing at you, with the sheep's eye and the licorice tooth. Music, I can wish you merry music while you're young, and wisdom when your hair is turned to gray. What's more, I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love, this day. With the sheep's eye and the licorice tooth, and the strong arms to carry you away.
Good evening, Miss Sarah. Well, Brother Abernathy, how goes it with the soul saving?
Well, the General's coming, and she's expecting...
The General's a tough doll, eh?
Well, very few people will be there. In fact, nobody. And...
I don't think Mr. Masterson is interested in our troubles, Grandfather. We've got to hurry.
Miss Sarah, you've forgotten something, but being a gambler, I never forget a thing like this. You hold my marker for 12 centers tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Masterson, but I'd rather you forgot about it.
I cannot welch a marker.
Mr. Masterson, last night the mission was filled with your friends. Let's say we're even.
if you don't pay off on that marker, I'll tell the whole town you're a dirty welcher.
Nicely, where's the crap game?
Well, Sky, it's about 10 minutes walk from here.
Which way?
This way.
What are you playing?
Oh, come on. Yeah. Come on, come on.
7, 7, 7, 7.
Yeah! Okay, okay.
Right, one down, one down. Come on.
Oh!
7, 7, 7.
Oh!
Alright, come on, let's go.
Oh, come on.
Roll of 7, 7.
There it is.
7.
Oh. That's it.
I'm done. Let's go. All right, let's
Whoa,
go.
whoa, wait a minute. Where you going? We're shooting crap.
You see, Big Julie, the fellas are pretty fatigued from weariness, having been shooting crap for quite a while now, namely 24 hours.
I don't care who is tired. I'm out 25 G's, so no one leaves.
Gentlemen, I begin to see the logic of Big Julie. It is not that Big Julie is a sore loser, but merely that he prefers to win. Right, Big Julie?
Shut up, I'm shooting 500.
Take 200.
I'm half dead.
If you do not shut up, Big Julie will arrange the other half.
Down.
And it's a 1 and a 1. Snake eyes. You lose. But the dice are still yours, and your luck is bound.
Shut up, another 5.
Take 200.
And it's snake eyes again.
All right. Tough luck, Big Julie.
Well, that cleans me.
All right.
Whoa, 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 what I ain't through yet. I will now play on credit.
You see, Big Julie, the fellas are pretty tired. Of course, me personally, I am fresh as a daisy.
Then I will play with you.
Me?
Yeah, you. You've been breaking down out of every pot. You must have quite a bundle by now.
Well, being I assume the risk, it is only fair that I should assume some doubt.
Detroit, I'm going to roll you willy-nilly. And if I lose, I will give you my marker.
And if I lose?
You will give him cash.
Let me hear from Big Julie.
You will give me cash.
Now I heard it.
I'm rolling 1,000, and then change my luck, I will use my own dice.
Your own dice?
Yeah, I had them made for me especially in Chicago.
Big Julie, you cannot interpolate Chicago dice into a New York City crap game.
That's a breach of etiquette.
Show me where it says that in Emily Post.
Not that I wish to seem petty, but could I take a look at these dice? These dice ain't got no spots on them. They're blank.
Yeah, I had the spots removed for good luck. But don't worry, I remember where they formerly were.
You are going to roll blank dice and call them from remembering where the spots formerly was?
Why not?
I see no reason.
A 5 and a 5. My point is 10.
Well, I still got a chance.
Come on, Tenzi, come again.
I wish he'd fall down on his Enzi.
A 10 I win.
A 10?
A 6 and a 4.
But, all right, fine.
That's right. I'm now going to take it easy. I'm going to roll you for $1.
All right, I'll take all of it.
Aw, Snake Eyes, I lose.
For this, I gotta bend down.
I'm now going to give you a chance. I'm going to roll you for 3,000.
3 G's?
3 G's. Put it down.
Wouldn't it be more convenient if I just put it right into your pocket?
Put the money down. A 7, I win.
That cleans me.
I will now play with you guys.
Oh. Wait a minute. You gotta give me a chance to get even. I will now roll you with my dice.
Detroit, that sounds fair, but what are you going to use for money?
I will give you my marker.
And you and Big Julie to put up cash.
Nathan done it.
Sure, I done it. What kind of a deal is this anyway?
Hey, calm down, Nathan.
Him with his no spot dice. Somebody gotta knock the spots off of him.
Nathan, don't make Big Julie do something to you.
Yeah, I'm on my vacation.
Go ahead, shoot me. Put me in cement. At least I would know where I am. Here, I risk my neck to set up a crap game. I even promised to get married on account of it. And for what? I am broke in a sewer. Believe me, my tough friend from Chicago, there was nothing you could do to me that would not cheer me up.
Here they are, Sky. Good evening, gentlemen.
Some fresh blood. You looking for some action?
No, but I'd like to talk to some of you guys.
We ain't talking. We're shooting crap.
I'm asking for only 1 minute.
We're shooting crap.
It's about Miss Sarah Brown's mission.
Say, who is this guy?
It's the fellow I was telling you. Took the mission doll to Havana.
Ah, look, fella. Why don't you go back to your praying tomato? You're slowing up the action around here.
If you're looking for some action, would you care to make a small wager on a proposition?
What kind of proposition?
Am I left-handed or right-handed?
How am I supposed to know something like that?
I'll give you a clue.
Oh!
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Kindly return that to Sears Roebuck.
Gentlemen, tonight at 409 West 49th Street at Save a Soul Mission, they are holding a midnight prayer meeting. And I promised to them I would deliver to them some sinners. When it comes to sinning, most of you guys are pretty high up among the paint cards.
I don't want to waste no evening in a hallelujah joint.
If you don't want to do it as a favor to me, do it as a favor to yourself. I guarantee you the air in the mission smells better than it does down here. And besides, maybe it would not hurt you guys to learn something else besides the odds on making a 4 the hard way.
You've been reading the Bible too much.
So what? Maybe the Bible don't read as lively as a scratch sheet, but it's at least twice as accurate. Well, I tried. See you around, Nathan.
Oh, listen, Sky, about that Havana business. I regret I temporarily do not have the $1,000 to pay you.
You don't have to pay me. You won.
But I thought you took Miss Sarah to Havana.
You thought wrong.
All right. Big Julie, I now have enough dough to roll you with my own dice.
Nothing doing. With them dice, you cannot make a pass to save a soul.
What did you say?
I says, with them dice, you cannot make a pass to save a soul.
Well, maybe I can make a pass to save his. And his. And yours.
What?
And his. Gentlemen, I will roll the dice. $1,000 cash against each of your souls. $1,000 cash against a marker for your souls. If I win, you show up in the mission. Is it okay?
Let me get this. If you lose, we each get $1,000. But if you win, we gotta show up at the Mission Dolls Cabaret.
Save his own mission. One meeting.
Okay by me?
By me too.
You too, Detroit? $1,000 against your soul?
Me? I don't even know if I got one.
You got one someplace.
How do you spell soul?
S-O...
All right, put down your markers. Give me the dice. Give me some room.
Come on, come on.
Bring it down, bring it down.
What's the matter, Sky? Turning chicken?
You've seen me roll for 100 G's. Got a little bit more than dough riding on this one. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me. The pickings have been lush. And yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners, you might refuse to stay. And so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady wouldn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, it isn't nice. A lady wouldn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck let a gentleman see.
Luck let a gentleman see
how nice a dame you can be.
How nice a dame you can be.
I know the way
Luck
you treated other guys you've been with. Luck
be a lady with me.
A lady wouldn't flirt with strangers. She'd have a heart, she'd have a soul. A lady wouldn't make little snake eyes at me when I bet my life on this roll. So let's keep the party polite.
So let's keep the party polite.
Never get out of my sight.
Never get out of my sight.
Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady.
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 What's the matter? Roll the dice.
Tonight.
Coming out, coming out, coming out, coming out. Dice. Ha!
But I don't want to go to no stinking prayer meeting.
Big Julie, you give your marker, and if you welch, it will cause me no little embarrassment. And I am sure you do not wish to cause me embarrassment.
but no decent person in Chicago will want to talk to me.
Adelaide!
Oh, what a coincidence.
Adelaide, did nicely explain to you about tonight. I hope you ain't sore about it.
Please, let us not make a vulgar scene. We are civilized people, you know. We are not slobs.
But Adelaide, what is this? You are my doll.
Your doll! If that weren't so amusing, one could laugh at it.
Sweetheart, baby, how can you get so upset over one lousy elopement? Adelaide, please.
Nathan, I have succeeded in your not being able to upset me no more. And I have got you completely out of my achoo!
Oh, Adelaide, sweetheart, don't ever do that to me again. I can't stand it. We'll get married. We'll have a home, a little house with a little green fence, just like the Whitney colors.
But Nathan, we gotta do it soon, you see. My mother, she's been writing more letters and she has more questions. She even wrote a letter for you.
A letter? For me? From your mother? Dear son Nathan, this is my first letter to you, although you have now been married to my daughter for 12 years. But I feel like I know you from Adelaide's letters, and in my mind's eye I can see you as you go down to work every morning at 7. What a responsibility it must be to be the assistant manager of an A&P. I'm not even the manager.
Well, you see, I was gonna promote you for Christmas.
I know how hard you have to work to take care of your family. Adelaide, the 5 children, and the one that's on the way?
Well, Mother wanted me to visit her, so I had to tell her.
Don't she know I can't have 6 kids on what they pay me at the A&P? I am very proud to have you as a son-in-law. You're a good man, and I know you will always take care of Adelaide. I feel like a heel.
Well, Nathan, look, it's not even midnight yet. We could still elope.
Okay, Adelaide.
Against all the odds, he rolls a 7. That's impossible.
Oh, no, I can't.
Why not?
Come on, Nathan, we'll be late.
Gotta get going.
Nathan, why can't we elope tonight?
I gotta go to a prayer meeting.
Nathan, this is the biggest lie you have ever told me.
But I promise you it's true.
You promised me this, you promised me that, you promised me everything under the sun, then you're blowing a kiss and you're grabbing your hat and you're off to the races again when I think of the time gone by.
Adelaide!
I think of the way I tried.
Adelaide!
I could honestly die.
Call a lawyer and sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me, hate me. Go ahead, hate me. I love
Best
you.
years of my life I was a fool to give to
All
you.
right, already. I'm just a no good Nick. All right, already. It's true. So new. So sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love you.
You gamble it here, you gamble it there, you gamble on everything all except me, and I'm tired of keeping me up in the air till you're back in the money again when I think of the time gone by.
Adelaide,
I
Adelaide.
think of the way I tried.
Adelaide.
I could honestly die.
Serve a paper and sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me, hate me. Go ahead, hate me. I love you.
When you end up in jail, don't come to me to bail you.
All right, already. So call a policeman. All right, already. It's true. So new. So sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love you.
You're at it again. You're running the game, and I'm not going to play second fiddle to that. And I'm sick and tired of stalling around. When I think of the time gone by,
Adelaide.
And I think of the way I tried,
Adelaide.
I could honestly die.
So sue me, what can you do me? I love you.
It is now several minutes past midnight. Isn't anyone coming? Sergeant Sarah, something is very wrong.
Maybe your watch is fast.
General, I know what's wrong. I'm wrong. I've spoken to these people day after day, but my words don't reach them. I think it would be best if you just...
Welcome, brothers, welcome.
Everybody here? Where's Nathan Detroit?
Present.
Here are Miss Sarah, 12 or more assorted sinners. Sorry we didn't have time to clean them up.
Won't you gentlemen sit down?
Yeah, right. Sit down, all of you.
Gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the Save a Soul mission.
Woo! Yeah!
Hey, this is a mission, not Roseland. I suggest you do not indulge in any unpleasantness. Since I am required to depart for points west tonight, I'm appointing Nathan Detroit major domo in my place. Nathan, anybody who does not conduct themselves according to Hoyle will answer to Sky Masterson personally. And that means in person.
What a remarkable young man.
So remember that, you guys. Brother Abernathy, your dice.
Brothers, we are honored tonight. Our meeting will be conducted by the head of our organization, General Cartwright.
It is wonderful to see our mission graced by the presence of so many evil-looking sinners. Now, who would like to testify? Who would like to get the ball rolling by giving their testimony?
Benny, give testimony.
I ain't no stool pigeon.
Come, brothers, I know it is difficult, but let one of you give testimony to the sin that is in his heart.
Benny, tell him what a bum you are. Benny.
I was always a bad guy and a gambler, but I ain't gonna do it no more. I thank you.
There, don't you feel better now?
I'm all right.
Anyone else?
Big Julie.
I used to be bad when I was a kid, but ever since then I've gone straight, as I can prove by my record. 33 arrests and no convictions.
Woo! Yeah. Harry.
Oh no.
Harry the horse.
Oh, well, like when Sky was rolling us for our souls and...
I beg your pardon?
Sky Masterson. He rolled us $1,000 for our souls. That's why we're here.
I don't think I understand.
I do, General. It means the only reason they're here is because Mr. Masterson won them in a dice game?
How wonderful! This whole meeting is the result of gambling. It just shows how good can come from evil. Sergeant Sarah, you've done remarkable work.
Hasn't she, though?
Thank you.
Hey, I ain't finished my testimony. My sins is that when Sky was rolling us for our souls, I wish I would won the $1,000 instead of having to come here. But now that I'm here, I still wish it.
Anyone else?
I gotcha!
We will now hear testimony from Brother Nicely Johnson. Brother Nicely
Get up,
Johnson.
you stinking weasel.
Well, it happened to me kind of funny, like a dream. That's right, it was a dream.
Tell us in your own words.
I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along, and there I stood, and I hollered, someone fade me, but the passengers, they knew right from wrong, for the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. People all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under by the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. I sailed away on that little boat to heaven, and by some chance found a bottle in my fist, and there I stood, nicely passing out the whiskey, but the passengers were bound to resist, for the people all said, beware, you're on a heavenly trip. Beware. People all said, beware, beware, you scuttle the ship, and the devil will drag you under by the fancy tie round your wicked throat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave came and washed me overboard, and as I sank and I hollered, someone save me, that's the moment I woke up, thank the Lord. And I said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under with the soul so heavy you never float. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down.
Anything we can do for you, Brother Brannigan? Perhaps you would like to give testimony.
I'll do my testifying in court. Well, I'll testify that you ran a crap game here in the mission last night. Sister Sarah, you were there. You saw them. Ain't these the fellas?
I've never seen them before in my life.
There's a right broad.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, officer, if we could continue with our meeting.
You know, I've never seen gamblers spend so much time in a mission. Maybe that's what they mean by, holy rollers.
It's a gambling joke.
Gentlemen, I also have a confession to make, and I gotta get it off my chest. We did shoot crap here last night. We're all sorry. Ain't we, boys?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
But I did another terrible thing. I made a bet with a certain guy that he could not take a certain doll with him on a trip, and this I should not have done. Although it did not do any harm, as I won the bet.
You won the bet.
Sure. The guy told me he did not take the doll. Well, that makes me feel a lot better.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
We're now going to sing hymn number 244, Follow the Fold.
Follow the fold and follow the fold. Stray the mold, stray the mold. Stray down the follow and we'll stray no more. Follow, follow the
Hey, babe.
Go away.
You're lost.
Oh, hello.
Good evening.
I'm Adelaide, the well-known fiancée.
Oh, yes. When are you getting married?
The 12th of Neva.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You see, I didn't even get close to a church to get left out. Gee, what'll I ever tell my mother?
Oh, your mother will understand. Just tell her your engagement is broken.
Well, you see, that might confuse her. Maybe I'll tell her Nathan is dead, and then I'll see to it.
You mustn't hold hate in your heart, Miss Adelaide. Try to be forgiving and understanding, and the pain will just go away. In the Bible, it tells us in Isaiah.
Isaiah. You got a boyfriend named Isaiah, huh?
No, Isaiah was an ancient prophet.
Oh, don't tell me that. Nobody cries over an old guy. You know, when I saw you with Sky Masterson the other night... Oh, honey, it's not Sky, is it? You poor thing.
I thought I hated him.
I thought I hated Nathan. Actually, I still think I hate him. That's love.
Adelaide, can't men like Sky ever change?
For 14 years, I've imagined Nathan. If only he were different.
I've thought about Sky that way, too.
I've sat and pictured Nathan by the hour. Nathan, my Nathan, in a little home in the country. Happy. Gee, wouldn't it be wonderful?
Wouldn't it? If only Sky.
But they just can't change.
A little while ago at our prayer meeting, there were a lot of gamblers who acted as though maybe they could change, but...
Well, that doesn't... Wait, gamblers at a prayer meeting? Was Nathan Detroit there?
I'm sure I heard that name.
You know, the tall fellow with the button nose?
I think so.
Well, how do you like that rat? Just when he was supposed to be lying, he's telling the truth. I'm glad I'm through with him. And you ought to be glad you're through with Sky, too.
I am.
What are we? Crazy or something? At Wanamaker's and Saks and Klein's, a lesson I've been taught. You can't get alterations on a dress you haven't bought.
At any vegetable market from Borneo to Nome, you mustn't squeeze a melon till you get the melon home. You've simply got to gamble. You get no guarantee. Now doesn't that kind of apply to you and I? You and me? Why not? Why not what? Marry the man today, trouble though he may be, much as he likes to play, crazy and wild and free. Marry the man today, rather than sigh in sorrow. Marry the man today and change his ways tomorrow. Marry the man today. Marry the man today. Maybe he's leaving town. Maybe he's leaving town. Don't let him get away. Don't let him get away. Hurry and track him down. Marry the man today. Give him the girlish laughter. Give him your hand today and save the fist for after. Slowly introduce him to the better things. Responsible, conservative, and clean. Reader's Digest, Guy Lombardo, Rogers Pete, golf, galoshes, Ovaltine. But marry the man today, handle it meek and gently. Marry the man today and train him subsequently. Carefully expose him to domestic life, and if he ever tries to stray from you, have a pot roast, have a headache, have a baby, have 2, 6, 9, stop! Marry the man today, rather than sigh in sorrow. Marry the man today and change his ways, and change his ways, and change his ways, and change his ways tomorrow.
Give me a late paper.
Just a minute. I'm waiting on the lieutenant.
Close up the newsstand now. We're getting married.
Look, is this one gonna happen or what? I paid $1 for this mesenterim.
Gee, Adelaide, you picked the busiest time of the day.
Let's go. Where's the wedding?
Yeah, Nathan?
Holy smoke.
What?
I didn't get a place for the wedding.
How about the Biltmore Garage?
Shut up.
Brothers and sisters, life is one big crap game, and the devil is using loaded dice.
Where's the crap game?
Brother Masterson?
Yes, Brother Detroit?
Can we get married in your mission tonight? Adelaide and I?
Certainly. I married Brother Masterson and Sister Sarah. Glad to do the same for you.
Congratulations, Nathan. I'll give you 8 to 5. You'll be very happy.
What Obadiah means is...
Obadiah?
He wishes you every happiness, and so do I.
Thank you very much. Nathan, think of it. You and me, together, every minute for the rest of our lives!
When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some doll. When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane. When you see a gent paying all kinds of rent for a flat that could flatten the Taj Mahal, call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money, that the guy's only doing it for some dough.